Tyrande versus Rexa! Let the hunt begin.
Alone give me strength.
Try to find Cleric, board clears, Gilded Gargoyle. Not so much the Baleful Banker or the Vivid Nightmare, but maybe I just play a 2-mana 2/2 next turn.
Let's
2-mana 2/2, let's go. Well, I guess I'm just gonna win on board against this Hunter deck.
This beast will not be tamed.
Right away.
Finally get to draw a card off this Cleric. I'm going face. I think I'm unfavored, so try to push some damage, make my Devilsaurs have to do less work. So I could burn a Topsy-Turvy here to kill this thing. Not really sure how I win if I do that. I'm gonna draw a card. So Servitude doesn't do anything right now. I could have gone Vivid Nightmare there to draw another card. But I think I like the potential of Vivid Nightmare to go along with the Eternal Servitude to push some damage. All I need now is Divine Spirit and to get this Devilsaur dead, right? And then I have to win a 75% on the Eternal Servitude, and I need him to not have taunts. So, a lot of steps between now and then, but in general I have a combo. Could Seance this thing. Seems bad, so I won't. Let's go ahead and coin this guy out. Lines up pretty nicely, and I need to get it dead. And I'm 1 Divine Spirit off lethal. I also need 2 more mana, so it can't happen next turn.
Truth is found in death. Unity, precision, perfection.
So I could drop a Mass Hysteria here. But next turn is the Katharina turn, and I'll probably want to scream when that happens. So playing Hysteria here is probably a waste of a card. I'm just going to draw with this. He might not be willing to play Katharina since he hasn't seen a scream yet.
The greatest virtue is patience.
Oh, I actually don't have a lethal setup anymore because he healed off the Zilliax. That was something I was not considering. Well, I guess I need to scream here. I do have the second scream if he was holding back on Katharina. But this very well could be a matchup where I need a third scream. I can actually Seance Katharina, and it pulls a Devilsaur out of my deck. That's pretty sick. Let's do that. And then next turn I can go Katharina, Seance the Devilsaur, and then I can Talanji as basically a second Katharina. And assuming this Devilsaur goes face, assuming either of these Devilsaurs can go face, I have my lethal setup. I think he was at 33, right? And my combo does 28.
My pack will hunt you down.
That guy's pretty scary. But I still think this Devilsaur can go face, especially with the silence pickup. You should know there's not another beast out of this Katharina, right? Alright, I think I have 5 dead minions. Nice. Do that. Flip it. Copy it. Silence the taunt.
Versus Jaina.
You asked for it. The moon give me strength.
I think I keep Twilight's Call. I obviously need to pick up the Deathrattle minions to go along with it, but it's just such an insanely strong card. And I do play a lot of Deathrattle minions, including this, which guarantees me another Deathrattle minion. Also, he's not a Baku deck, so probably just big Spell Mage, which is maybe one of the better matchups for me with this deck.
I see a vision in the flames.
Let's go ahead and kill this and see what I can pick up. I think I would definitely rather revive one of these with the Twilight's Call than a Gilded Gargoyle. Getting pretty close to this Amara already, but I don't think this is really a matchup. Well, I mean, he's playing Fire Tree Witch Doctor, so I don't actually know what's happening. Probably some Kibler deck. Okay, well, I hit a Dragon's Fury, which is not good in my deck on average, but it does have some pretty good hits. 2 Screams, 2 Mass Hysterias.
I wonder.
Mind if I roll me?
Let's just throw out some card draw. I went for mana and efficiency instead of playing the Gargoyle, because I think these are better for Twilight's Call.
Whoops.
What did he? Oops. Took 1 extra damage on his Dragon Maw Scorcher. Let's see what I can hit off this Shadow Visions. Do I want Seance? Tends to be one of my better cards. For the combo, at least. I guess taking the Seance makes me feel better about just throwing away this Baleful Banker. Just hits Power Word Shield, right? Not that big of a deal. If I bump here, Mass Hysteria is not a clear. If I just play Loot Hoarder and Gargoyle, I'm gonna overdraw. So I guess I'm gonna cast Dragon's Fury here. I'm less than 50% to clear, but the Skulking Geist actually made my Dragon's Fury a bit better. Nice.
Mind if I roll me?
I guess I'm just gonna throw away another Baleful Banker. I might end up regretting that, but I still have Zola triple Seance.
Reality woven.
Might have to cast Scream here just to get it out of my hand. Let's go Scream and then finally use this Twilight's Call. Finally down to 7 cards. Wow, that was not a good result. The Dead Ringer... Oh, it does hit a Crystalline Oracle still, actually. But this Crystalline Oracle is probably not going to give me a relevant card. Anytime I don't get Jained on turn 9, I'm pretty happy. Let's go ahead and Seance this guy. So I actually got a Stonehill Defender off of my Crystalline Oracle, which could give me something neat to pull with Talanji. I don't think there's any top minions with charge, right? Can't think of any, at least. As a priest, though, I could hit like Obsidian Statue. That'd be pretty sick. Even if I just go in on Talanji without it being lethal, it's actually pretty hard for his deck to deal with that board. Like, he needs to hit Dragon's Fury into Flame Strike just to deal with Devilsaur. Well, let's play Stonehill and see what happens. Okay, these are all bad. The Gatekeeper doesn't really seem to do anything in my deck. I've played both my Dead Ringers already. I guess Chain Gang is just the best card here. That's fine. Not sure if I should actually be taking Seance here, but whatever, I'll give it a shot. I'm gonna have access to 4 Seances this game, which is actually gonna be kind of hard to use. Especially since there's no way a Devilsaur ever actually survives a turn against his Meteor Polymorph deck. Ooh, that card's good. In fact, that card is so good, I think I'm gonna play it.
Do not fear power. Fear those who wield it.
Hopefully I can use some water elementals to chip through this armor and have a possibility of killing him ever. Good Mass Hysteria here, but it's not ever gonna kill. Oh yeah, it can kill it since I have this hero power. So I need both of his guys to hit the Crowd Roaster, which I believe there's a 2 out of 3 chance to kill it. Whatever, we'll find out. It's definitely my best play. Nice. That was the best result, but I think I was favored to get that result. I'm pretty low on cards, but I do still have a lot of survivability with this Jaina Lifesteal passive and Amara in my hand. Maybe even Zola the Amara. Could be getting up to like Fatigue for 10 this game. I think I probably will just play Shadowy Brandwin if I draw it though. Wow, there's Fireball in his deck. Go face. I did see a Dragon's Fury though, didn't I? So why is there a Fireball on his deck? That's weird. Maybe it means he doesn't play Polymorph? Which would be really good for this Devilsaur. Man, if this Devilsaur lives, I get to drop Seance Zola. And a third of the time, even another Seance on it. But yeah, Meteor. I might even just go in with Talanji here. Just makes such a big board. And then I can Seance the Amara, I suppose.
Behold the army of Zandala.
I'm not sure that he can actually deal with this board. And even if he can deal with it, I can go Leroy, Seance, Zola in 2 turns, and then follow it up with double Leroy.
What to do?
Might just be able to get there this game. That's not a good start to the turn for him. Okay, so he's only taking 14 here.
Almost out of cards.
I think I do hold this Leroy for the Seance. That's the last card in my deck. Well, let's see. I could just push 14, 15. That puts him to 14. And then I could just go like Leroy Zola, then next turn is Leroy Seance, and then next turn is the final Leroy. But I think I like just playing Amara here. Seems good. And we want to put it in the worst meteor position. No, he's played 2 meteors, so it doesn't matter, right?
You are safe now.
If he was a more traditional big spell mage, I guess Blizzard Doomsayer would have been an answer that I wasn't considering. But I still had to go in when I did, and since he's playing like Fire Tree, Witch Doctor, and Scale Worm, I'm assuming there's no room for Doomsayer in that deck. Still dead on board. Okay. And Leroy is just lethal here, right?
I'm out of cards.
I think that's probably a pretty good matchup for me. He's slow enough that I can reliably assemble all my combo stuff, and he doesn't have good enough healing unless he draws Jaina to really stop the damage.